Greetings, friends. I'm proud to tell you that I'm coming to you tonight from our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. And there are literally, thousands of people here at the Lincoln Memorial, taking in the mall, taking in the Washington Monument, our nation's capital in the background. And it's so inspiring because, we see what Edward Snowden did. We see what one man has the power to do. Turn the nation's media's attention on him for telling the truth, for standing up and speaking truth to tyrannical power. And it's literally so awe-inspiring. We all have a voice, and we're all called upon to use that voice, and to speak for our children and for their children. And even though there's been really a power that is almost demonic that has taken over our nation's government, that power doesn't hold sway over an informed people. It doesn't hold anything over a people that has the courage to take their government back. That's what Ron Paul stood for. That's what so many of us stand for. And I'm so inspired by men like Glenn Greenwald of The Guardian and Edward Snowden, a truth teller, somebody who's come out and actually risked his life and risked his income. The guy made over $100,000 a year, and he came out to speak truth to power. And I'm here to tell you that freedom of speech is alive in our nation's capital and around the world. I came here on an airplane, and I'm not on a no-fly list, despite any truth-telling that I've tried to do. I'm not on a no-fly list for telling you that 9/11 was a false flag operation, and the military-industrial complex and our criminals in the Congress and in the Senate have clung to that story to roll out a police state in this nation. But it's not working, and the reason it's not working is because people are getting fed up. People like Edward Snowden and Glenn Greenwald and everybody else with a pulse, anybody else with a truthful heartbeat is waking up and finally speaking truth to power, because this tyrannical system cannot stand against us if we all stand up together. And I'm so inspired because there are literally thousands of people here tonight, and none of them are here because they love tyranny. Every single one of them is here because they love liberty. They love what America once stood for, what this place stands for, and what America will stand for again in the future. And it just feels great, and I just wanted to share this moment with you because I have my family here, and my kids couldn't have been more excited to come here tonight. And even though you might be seeing pictures of Abraham Lincoln, not our nation's greatest president, there were greater men before him. Men like Thomas Jefferson, men like George Washington, men like John Adams. They gave us the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. And I'm just so awe-inspired to spit back in the face of people like Dianne Feinstein, and to spit back in the face of people like Harry Reid and, Peter King and anybody else that would stand with this tyrannical executive branch and with essentially the rest of the Senate and the Congress, anybody that would stand for tyranny. We spit in their faces as we stand here and we remember what the founders gave us, because a tyranny cannot stand against truth. A criminal government cannot stand against the light of truth. It wants to work in the shadows, it wants to work in the darkness, it wants to work under lies, it wants to work under half-truths like the war on terror, like 9/11. It wants to work for its own ends, not for the ends of the people. And I'm just inspired because I know that each and every one of us has a very, very powerful voice. And if we use it, we can save our country. And if we save our country, we can literally save the world from the tyrannical grasp of the banksters and the military-industrial complex that seeks to destroy it. And for that, I'm ever grateful to the founders and to all the truth tellers that came before me and all the truth tellers that will come after, people like Edward Snowden and people who are yet to speak truth but are thinking about it. Thanks, you guys. I love you and I love our country, and together we're going to take this thing back. I can feel it. Good night.